add up all the clues of this Bored Ape crypto Nazi situation. I watched Fillian's thing.
You watched it? I watched the whole thing.
Same.
That's one of those ones that's just fun, you know? It's one of those conspiracies that's just like, oh man.
It was classic.
If this was true, fuck. Yeah. It's so juicy.
It felt like that classic 2008. Dude, look up Michael Jordan parody conspiracy. Do you remember this? Let it play. Listen to this dude's voice. It's so fucking funny.
Syrians and Babylonians worshipped Ashur.
Yo, bump that shit.
Because the eagle is El, the wings of the air, the Egyptian solar disk. And you'll see that companies like Chrysler use the winged disk because it represents Ashur, Bel Enlil, or Saturn. And
is this
that's
real?
why God's son, Christ Slayer, uses the pentagram and the pentagon. Remember I told you the symbol for air is the prince of Satan? Well, let me tell you the truth about Michael Jordan. Because he is the prince of the air. And Michael is the archangel that defeated Satan, which is blasphemy, because Satan is the prince of the air, the bulldog.
Air floating.
And that's why Michael plays on the Chicago Bulls, the Red Bull of El, the red-winged bull flying through the air, because the ancient Babylonians and Assyrians worship the winged bull. And that's why he's named Michael Jordan, because Jordan is where they worship the winged bull. And why do you think they play with a ball? Because ball comes from Baal. And that's why you use sex magic and put the ball in the hole. And that's why it makes me sick seeing little children holding their balls for Michael Jordan to sign, because a sign is a symbol or a sigil. And that's why.
Oh my God,
this
dude.
Is so good.
This is how Fillian's thing felt to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's called Bored Ape Nazi Club. It sort of claims that the Bored Ape Yacht Club it's premised on like a sort of a overarching theme of like white supremacy. I will say, like, I think it's like a weird mutual exclusivity thing. Like, the inspiration for some of these things could very well be like these 4chan like terms and ideas and references to the culture that is on that board, but like I don't think they're as calculated as he's leading on. Like, I just think it's like 4 dudes who are like, yo, let's just start an NFT project.
Yeah.
And then just kind of injected some references in there. Now I will say some of it does make me go like, okay, how'd you land there? There were definitely moments where I'm like, that's a bit close.
Me too.
Yeah.
But like the craziest part of it was the fucking logo. So the normal, like the Totenkopf is normally in a circle, and the outside of the circle is not perfectly straight. It's like a little wavy.
Yeah.
Which the Bored Ape Yacht Club logo also has. Just the fact that it's like a sideways skull with the 2 things on either side with the text above and below. It's like way too similar.
I didn't bother counting, but like supposedly like the Bored Ape has 18 teeth, and
yeah,
all 4 of the founders technically aren't, you know, they're not all like white. It would be a strange thing if they were like white supremacists, because, you know, I don't think white supremacists would like at least 3 of them. This came across so funny because he was trying to establish all these nuanced things about a board that no one uses. And the way he did it was so intense that I felt like it almost took away his credibility, because he made it seem so like, and they say Kek, which is a reference to World of Warcraft. And like, it made you like, okay.
Yeah, but that was for people like me that didn't know that.
Fair.
You know,
fair.
I used to go on 4chan, but I never was that super deep into it, so I never like picked up on some of those memes and Pepe and all that stuff. Like, that was a little bit foreign to me. I was familiar with the concept, but that actually helped me be like, oh fuck.
I felt like if he just established some of these things without such a, because he comes in really heavy, like, this is undeniable proof that these people are white supremacists.
Yeah.
And I think that's what backed him into a corner.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna sue him out the fucking ass.
You think so?
Yeah, they're gonna press him. Here's what I think is kind of damning on their part. And now they made a response video, because it seems like the Nazi symbolism was kind of percolating before this came out.
Yeah,
Because-
Ryder Rips was the one that I think
Yeah.
unearthing it all.
Yeah, so Ryder Rips kind of put that thing out, then they make a response, and then on the Yuga Labs website is this big response letter. And some of their responses are so sort of like, it's almost like condescending. We've addressed this already. And like it's almost like you fucking morons, like, and then they kind of say some things. One of the funniest parts to me was they kept referencing the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League or whatever. So like, we consulted with the ADL, and they say, clean and clear, like, this is not true. And I laughed. I'm like, who at the ADL has ever been on 4chan to qualify any of this shit?
Yeah.
We got a contact at the ADL. He's our 4chan expert.
Oh, yeah. You're saying like a government agency? Like,
It's just like some random ass like shit with boomers in there.
Yeah.
Like, yo, they said our NFT is like Nazi propaganda.
It's like,
Can you take a look and tell us if it is or isn't? It look like a bunch of monkeys to me.
yeah. As fun of a conspiracy as it is, they're just 4 guys. And
Yeah.
that just like made an NFT project with monkeys in it. Didn't really think that hard about it. Woke up and were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
An hour-long documentary about how we're all Nazis? What the fuck? It'd be like waking up to us, like somebody makes a documentary like Cody and Noel are like actually vampires or something.
Yeah.
Even though that like whole segment in the middle about that test that they did
That
was pretty fucking crazy. It makes me think like these guys are not stupid. Like they think a lot about symbolism and drawing things,
well,
the
so
relationship between things.
in their response letter, that part to me felt a little like they were some politicians, because they were like, we didn't come up with that. We had to hire someone, and they threw someone under the bus.
The way they address it is by releasing another set of NFTs. Super in demand, super hyped up.
Yeah.
And it's called the Anti-Racist Bored Apes.
Yeah. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, guys, since the crypto crash, you don't actually have enough money to rebrand. So
Yeah.
we're going to need some more money.
Yeah,
to
but
make it.
that's the point, is that they just make $200 million off
Yeah.
this new set, and they're like, cool, we're all good, right?
Yeah.
All good?
Something about it, like this whole response letter, it felt a little prideful.
Yeah.
It was almost like it didn't address the point. It was sort of like, how are you going to accuse us, a Jewish man, a Pakistani man, a Cuban man, of being white supremacist? Like, why wouldn't you guys come out and say, yo, this was like a gross oversight. This is making us reconsider the brand a little bit. We're going to take some time to like kind of evaluate, because we don't even want it to be a sense of like any degree of this feeling like it's in this tone. Yeah, we've responded to much of this bullshit before. I don't know. I think in a situation where you're being identified as having like some very, very like bigoted symbolism that is like a core part of your product, I just think you would approach it a little bit differently than, yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. So far-fetched. I would like them to be like, yeah, our logo, fuck, it kind of does look like the
Yeah.
off, right?
Yeah.
Like, damn. Wow, it's really similar. We're sorry about this. It's
Some
really similar.
degree of empathy, and there's just like none.
You caught us. We are actually Nazis. Damn, Philion. Fucking, you sniffed us out.
Super Nazis, man.
We thought we were being pretty low-key about it, but we are indeed Nazis. Nazi balls in your mouth.